Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether it's YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. And you can also follow on social media, Instagram, TikTok, or X. I hope everyone is enjoying had enjoyed their week. It is now the weekend. Some of you may have been started already, depending on where you are in the world. As always, thank you to all those who already subscribed, follow. Thank you to all those who have just joined and started following the podcast and everything as well. I greatly do appreciate the support. A little bit of a rush there trying to get that out. I do apologize, but it is Friday. It is the weekend, to say the least. But the one thing is good about today is United winning 5-0. If you didn't watch the game, you did miss a very good one. Does this mean we're winning the Premier League? No, it's not. Nothing against Rosenburg, but it wasn't like United were obviously the better team today. It's not something to hide. They were. Today was about the youngsters. It is. Couple things today. Yeah. So I'm going to discuss the game, discuss transfer windows. That's the one thing I'm going to discuss. That's the big thing, the transfer windows. It's just, yeah, I'm not happy with this transfer window. I want to do something about the women's squad, but just trying to catch up on the women's squad has been bad. Right now they're not. Right now they're in limbo too. The men and women's squad are kind of now both in limbo, and I did that as my episode earlier this week. And I do apologize for those. Didn't get an episode out last night. I do apologize. It's just I started recording. I didn't like what was being done with it. So, this is the new episode. Recording Thursday, Friday combination. But today was let's be real. I've given my opinion on the preseason. I did an episode where I dictated what I thought about the preseason. But today, to look at it here for the youngsters, for Lacey, Amos, Williams, Devani, for those guys, and I'm upset that I didn't see JJ Gabriel today. I'm happy Cheeto got in, but realistically, I'm not too thrilled that we didn't get to see JJ Gabriel. We're now past the point of, I don't want to say past the point, but we're at the point where we have matches coming up, and those matches we're going to see less of the youngsters. We're getting to that point because I'm just taking a look at the fixtures right now. Because we have Atletico next Saturday. We're playing PSG the week after. We have Leeds and then AC Milan. So as we get more players back, and players are due back over the next week, I think Bruno, Mazraoui, the Belgian players, they all should be back next week. Or the Portuguese, Mazraoui and the Portuguese players should be back next week. Delo and Bruno should be back next week. I think Lamens, Tillemans, and Mazraoui should be back the week after. Manu should be back as well. The 2 weeks after that with Lisandro Martinez. Martinez we're still waiting on the update on his injury. I think it was just precautionary that they took him out. But we're getting there. But today was for the youngsters. I think the spin was of having JJ Gabriel there, and that's the one thing that I think everyone was hyped up about. But overall, I think the game was fine today. I'm not going to be rating it like anything. I'm not going to do player ratings. Like, the movement was good. The youngsters were great. It was a nice goal by Xerxes. Xerxes played well. Got the assist too. He played well today. But please remember, it's a preseason game. I'm not sitting here looking at being like, okay, here we go. Like we're not going to sit there and be like, yay. Like we saw what was there. We did. And Xerxes played well. Mason Mount played well. Dorgu, everyone played well. But again, like, is there concern? Yes, there still is concern. I'm not using this as the blueprint of them leading off to the season. Like, we're still missing starters. We're still missing Kobe, who has been guaranteed the spot now as a starter. We're missing Bruno. We're missing Cunha. Cunha should be back next week with Bruno and Delo. Who else are we missing? Amad Diallo should be coming back shortly from Ivory Coast. So we're going to have those guys coming back. So they're going to start getting minutes in. So they're going to start taking away time from some of the youngsters. So Shea Lacey, Harry Moss, we probably won't see much. We'll see them, but we probably won't see much of them. So it's just a matter, like, I'm very happy for everything today. I am. Let's not, like, I'm happy for Ethan Williams. I'm happy for everything. Ethan Williams, I've liked. He's young, and I've liked what he's done in preseason. But there's just a lot there to question. And the one thing too is I'm surprised Michael Carrick made all those subs later than he did before. Because now I'm looking at here, I was like, oh my god. But listen, there's always positives from a preseason. There is. Like I mentioned, we can go 1-5, and if I'm happy with some of the performances and the improvement, yes. But again, like, and I mentioned this here, I'm like, we can blow out AC Milan 10-0. But if we fail, and then people bragging about how they basically won the Champions League because we beat Ruben Amorim, but we go out and stink against Hull City. Like, realistically, are we going to be proud of what we did? Like, so, like, obviously, we're more on pace to being 1-5 right now than. But and again, we're facing tough teams. We're going to face movement. We're gonna face the pressure there. So as we face those again, Atletico, Leeds, PSG, AC Milan, we're going to see that. So it's just a matter of just organizing ourselves and getting there. So Shea Lacey, Harry Moss, yes. Did they help themselves today? Of course. I think they always have, but there's options there. Cheeto Obi, my understanding is he is going to be going on loan from what I'm hearing. But it's going to take time. It's like right now we're 2 games into the preseason here. We're 1-1 and cool. Like again, the bright spot from our actual senior team is Xerxes. The pass to Amos, to Shea Lacey. You know, he did well with the movement of the ball. Like, I've always been impressed with Xerxes, but Xerxes not the solution at striker. Question is, can you do that next week against Atletico? Can you do that the week after against PSG, and so on and so forth? Can you do that in Hull City if Sesko isn't ready to go? So, again, this preseason, this game, them winning 5-0 still leaves open doors. It still does. There's holes there. So, listen, today's win should not take away for what was done from the youngsters. For real. The young guns, today was their day. For real. And I understand what I just talked about and everything, but today's win should not take away what those kids did. It shouldn't. Like, for what happened today and what's going to be happening in the preseason, today was a great day. They played extremely well. The youngsters, and they moved the ball well. They did exactly. They're trying to have something to prove, so they're always the game's going to be a little bit better. But the last 2 games, those guys, the youngsters, have been great. They have. And we saw it last preseason. We see it every preseason. But don't be falling for the spin of what's coming out with our regular starters. Don't be. There's like, cool, Maguire was there, great. Yeah, Euro, like, No, there's still holes. We still need backs. We still need midfielders. We still need a backup striker. So there's a lot of things that are still there, and more won't get answered until we get more players back. So we're still going to see Amos and Lacey playing. We're going to see more of them. We'll probably see like Williams. We'll probably see the Fletchers. We may see Cheeto will be more. I'd like to see JJ Gabriel play, but I think today was just a spin. So like we want to see him get minutes. We do. We want to see him. We want to see what he can do. They hype up this kid. We want to see what he can do at this stage. Will he be brought next week with PSG? I don't know. We don't know if he's going to be there. Why? Because players are coming back. We're going to have probably Cunha, Diallo, Bruno, and Delo probably back next week, ready to go. So what else are we going to say? Like, hey, it's ours. Let's go. So, no. No, yeah, it's like, again, I'm happy with the win again, but it's preseason. Like I've said, I'm not going to be jumping through hoops. I'm not going to be losing it. I'm not going to make this, so on and so forth. Like, I'm dedicated to this club, but I'm not going to let a preseason game dictate how it's going to be. So, but no, again, congrats to the youngsters. They were fantastic today. I thought it was great. I'm happy with the 5 goals. Nothing like Xerxes, again, great goal by Xerxes. Like, everyone played well. We got a clean sheet. We scored a ton of goals. Like, from a manager's standpoint, United played fantastic. They did. They played fantastic. So the question now is, what's next? That's basically it. What's next? So it's the question is, what's next? Now we go on to the next game, we go on to training, we see what's happening next. So just give me a moment here, get myself a little organized. Boys, there's the music. So but yeah. Okay. All right. Transfers. Okay. Transfers now. So there's definitely been some updates and news. Listen, it's always going to be speculation. One day that it's on, one day it's off. One day we're excited to see what this player is going to do, and so on and so forth. But right now, things are still the same. No, like, realistically, things are still feel the same. Nothing's really changed. We haven't got any new targets. Things have slowed down. We're seeing there's news reports that were coming out. I saw it yesterday, and I saw some people talking about it today, how they're going to take a step back from Manchester United going for a third midfielder. When you're hearing reports that, like, when you're hearing reports of, because I saw one article where Kone's group agreed to personal terms, and then we're hearing that they're not even talking. We're hearing that, other Tukamini is in the mix, Tyler Adams, Alex Scott, Baliba, who's still there. Like, there's still those speculations, but nothing's moving. So, like, I know they're going to spin something saying, well, look, what they did today. Everyone knows today is not a good example of what that, like, Mason Mount's great, but Mason Mount, we need to see what he does in Hull City for a Premier League game. Like, Santos played well. That's one player I forgot to mention, but he's great with an acquisition. But we literally sacked a manager last year for calling him out for this shit, that they're not doing enough. He was upset that we didn't get a midfielder last year. And, like, he called out players. Like, he called out the board. He called out everything. We like, for what they're doing. Everyone's happy that Michael Carrick's the manager. Like, I said back in February he was going to be the manager. I did a whole episode of who's going to be the next manager of Manchester United, and I literally said it's going to be Michael Carrick. So, like, why are we? What's the point? Like, what's the point of not backing our manager when there's nothing there? Like, yes, we won 5-0. Back the manager still. We won. We moved the ball around. Great. Back the manager. The youth looked great today. Great. Still back the manager. They're not ready. We played Rosenburg today, and I looked up what they were in the table. Like, they're sixth in the table. Like, and nothing against the team. Again, like, the win was there. Like, we saw what happened today, but at the end of the day, it's, it's just not the best. Hold on. Just got to do something. Forgot that I unplugged my laptop today. My laptop is not really always there. So back to what I was saying, the transfers. There's still so many things. I wouldn't touch anything in regards to Real Madrid. I know there's talks of Calavinga, but United are cheap. They don't want to pay proper salary. So why would we go for a guy who just extended himself into community at Real Madrid? Baliba, we were tied to him last year, but there's, we want him back. Like, no, sorry, I shouldn't say Baliba, but like, oh God, I had the perfect wording, but then I screwed myself. We want the Baliba that we were looking at 2 seasons before. He's not there, so why should we still be paying a ridiculous amount of money? And I know Brighton love to upsell, to say the least. And like, we're still missing, but again, hearing that they're not looking at it and that they're satisfied, like, there's so much spin. There really is. There's so much spin going on, and unfortunately, we're suffering right now. We are suffering, and it's hard to say how things are going to be. We really do. It's hard to say how things are going to predict, how things are going to look. We don't know what's going on, but it's just the way the news is reporting it. And when you're looking at it here, Sky Sports just reported something here. I'll get to that momentarily. Latest news. Let's see here. Just want to check something out here. Man United handed immediate transfer response after a $35 million plan revealed. Tyler Adams has been linked, so Manchester United have been informed they will not be able to complete the signing of Tyler Adams. This after reports emerged that claiming that the Reds have expressed interest in signing the Bournemouth midfielder. United have already had a busy Santos, $50 million, so on and so forth, and agreed to pay $35 million for Tillemans. So Daily Mail reported that United joined the race for that, so 35. So, as claimed, Bournemouth has made it clear that Adams is not for sale and would not be available for $35 million if there were to sanction the transfer. Cool. I don't think anyone wanted him. Anyways, I don't think any fan, I don't think any board member. We can see here they're looking at affordable costs, trying to manage it. So here's something that just came out today, as per. So let's get some more spin going on here. Let's see how this plays out here. This is on Sky Sports. This is something that came out from the Sun, but Sky Sports is also reporting it. Manchester United are monitoring Aston Villa's striker Ollie Watkins. United not going for Ollie Watkins. Manchester United bosses have invited Marcus Rashford to be part of the documentary about the I don't care. I'm sorry for sounding rude. Like, and that's another thing too. Like, what was the whole fucking point of the last 18 months with Marcus Rashford? Like, realistically, what was the whole point of even Ruben Amorim? Like, the last 18 months has just been a fucking gong show. Like, realistically, what was the point? Oh, Real Madrid are working on a deal to sign Man City's Rodri, the Athletic. That's the one thing that's coming out too, because again, if City go for Rodri, if Real Madrid go for Rodri, that means they're going to have to make a sale to afford it. That means Tuchemini could be available. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I'm not sitting here convinced that everything is hunky dory. The thing is, we're like, if they don't make the right decisions, I don't think we're winning. We're getting to Champions League next year. This is make or break. Like, yes, Santos is young, but he's a prospect. It's like him and Kobe, unless they're hoping that him and Kobe together become great. Tielemans is good. He's Premier League experienced, but him and Kobe will be together. Tielemans is going to be starting, where Casemiro, I guarantee it was. Mason Mount's going to be like, we're in a shit show. The youngsters won today 5-0, and the transfer window is still a shit show. Like, this is a crappy transfer window. And the worst part is the women's squad is in the same fucking boat. They are. They're not in. They're Ineos and them aren't back in the women's squad. We're well aware of that. They're not going to be focusing on that. They're not focusing on getting the women's squad ready to go and win and compete and try and get back to Champions League. God, no. They don't care. They've made one bid or one signing. 5 have left. Great return so far. I know they've signed a couple of academy. Nothing against them. I'm happy for promotions and professional contracts being signed. But you need to get yourselves back into it. City, Arsenal, Chelsea, we're chasing after them. We're going to be competing with Tottenham. Birmingham just stole 2 of us after they just got promoted to our league. So realistically, the men's squad are fucked. The women's squad are even in worse boat than the men's squad. And we're keeping Rashford after 18 months of basically exiling him. Why not bring back Jadon Sancho? Hey, why did we even keep Garnacho? Like, the whole point was, like, the last 18 months was just nothing. Really, when you look at it here, by bringing back Rashford, doing all this, bringing back the whole thing, bringing back Carrick, or having Carrick be the full-time manager. By the way, some members of the fan base will turn on Carrick. I'm still back in the club. I'll back him, but the fan base will call out for him. They will. Please remember this: it is cheaper for Ineos to fire a manager, pay him out, than it is to back the manager. Please remember that. It is cheaper for them to fire the manager than back him. It's the truth. They learned that. That's why everything didn't go right with Amorim. It's the truth, and like, it would be easier for them just to pay him out and be done with it. That's probably a part of the reason why they're probably saving money, just in case that they have to sack him in December. There's my short spit. There's my short spin. It is cheaper. Like, this is Ineos' plan: not back the manager, make less sales, and then when the fan base turns on the manager and ex-players, which I doubt they're going to turn on him, but they'll start making mentions about the performance of United. They're going to be like, well, things aren't working out. It'll be cheaper for Carrick. It would be cheaper for them to sack him than try to spend all this money. They spend it with Ten Hag. They tried to do it with Amorim. And now here we are with Carrick, and Carrick is not getting shit. We're not getting a proper, like, we're not. In the end, I'm sure in their mind, like, well, they're downing us now. Things worked out well that tail end because of the following: City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Villa. They were all playing multiple games. Even Spurs were playing multiple games. We were playing 1 game a week. Villa got exhausted. Chelsea struggled. Arsenal and City had their battle, but still, Liverpool crashed and burned. So you tell me why? Like, think about it. It worked out. During that time we were still not playing good football. We weren't playing the best. So like, here we are. We played one game a week. Now we're going to be playing in a major tournament. We're playing Champions League. You really think you have the squad to face? Like, here's the funny thing. This is what's probably going to happen. Like, I'm not joking. This is probably it's going to happen. We're going to get 4 major clubs in our draw. 4 like we're like, I'm going to laugh if we got PSG, Bayern, Real Madrid. And then why not have face to face with either Arsenal, City, or Liverpool or something. Like literally give us Arsenal or City for that first Champions League game. Let's just see how that fucking goes. Come on. Like, we're seriously going to sit there and be like, yeah, everything's working fucking great. It's not. Our squad will not be able to match Bayern, Real Madrid. Shit. Why don't we get Barcelona? Why don't we get we get the 2 giants from La Liga? We get Barca and we get Real Madrid. Hey, you know what? Maybe Rashford scores a hat trick and Barcelona actually come in and buy that 30 million. Maybe that's how it plays out. I have a better chance of getting my hair back. Like, realistically. Like, we don't have that. That's what's going to happen. I can laugh at it now. We're going to have Bayern, we're going to have Real Madrid, we'll have PSG, and I guarantee we'll have probably Arsenal or City. Don't get me wrong, we are playing City already at the beginning of the year, but we're playing City in the Champions, like one of those 2. Maybe we get Barcelona instead of City. For all we know, we get 5. We're not built to face those for that. We're not. We're not, like, they won't be able to handle that. Our midfield rotation is still questionable. Our attack is, I have no idea what that's going to be, because right now, like, realistically, I don't. So right now we're going to be in trouble for that Champions League. Right now, Champions League qualifications are still going on for those that do qualify. So, like, who are we, like, realistically, like, who? And we may see, and then, yeah, Italy as well. Like, we're gonna see probably Inter, and we'll probably see Napoli. Like, there's a lot. We'll probably see Ajax. Like, it wouldn't shock me if UEFA just gave us that draw of the teams that I just mentioned, like, for the matches. Don't get me wrong. Like, if some of them are home games, Ineos are jumping for joy. That being said, you're playing Real Madrid, you're playing Barca, you're playing Bayern. You're like right now there's a struggle there. There's going to be a struggle there. We don't have the rotation. You're expecting us to do that. Like, you're hoping for the revenue, and you're hoping that you're getting a squad good enough just to participate in Champions League next year. That's what it is. They're probably not backing him fully because they're going to try and do it again. They're hoping, like, hey, well, if we sack one manager, it's not going to cost that much, and then we hope that the next one comes in and it all fucking works out. Yeah, no. Like I stated a couple minutes ago, it is cheaper for them to sack Carrick come December than it is to keep putting more money into these players. They're even looking for cheaper players. Like, you're going for Tyler Adams at $35 million. When you said you're willing to spend $150 million on the midfield, talking about Tonali and talking about, Anderson, Mateus Fernandes. Like, what are you looking at here? And yeah, I know I haven't talked. I talked a bit about the women and how that's just looking like a disaster right now. But you tell me right now, what the fuck? Today was the day of the youngsters, but don't be fooled by Ineos' transfers. That might be the title of the episode. A win for the youngster, like youngsters shine, but Ineos is still. Yeah. There's a lot of working titles. Maybe I'll use ChatGPT to try and describe my episode. See if they can give me a working title. But I think I have one or two to describe it. So, listen. I know I didn't do an episode yesterday. I'll try to do one on the weekend, an extra one, just in case something happens. I will be back on Tuesday with a new episode. Tuesday, Thursday. We're playing Atletico at 9 a.m. next Saturday. So I'll have that as well. So I'll do the post game after that. And then, yeah. And then I think the WSL schedule comes out next week. So I think it's next Thursday. The WSL schedule is officially released. So we'll have matches to discuss that as well. Yeah, like, listen, there's not much going on in the women's transfer. It's just every time I look it up, and that's the one thing too, is the coverage that I try to find and updates is not the best for sources. If you have any, please send them my way to try and get more. But like Mallard gone, Turner, Nalsson are gone, or Nalson's gone. So we lost, I think it was 5 players gone. Blundell is officially with Everton. So you have 5 players gone. Some, whether they're starters or not, depth pieces. Like we're losing players. We're losing depth. So the question now is, where do they go? Don't get me wrong, our back four is still there. Like, I'm happy with Miyazawa in the midfield with Zigiotti. And then but our attack is now hurting. You have Mallard who can help stretch and move it. But Ineos isn't serious about the women's squad, and that's the worst part. They're not even serious about backing Carrick right now. Like, seriously, like right now, realistically, today was the youngsters shining, and Ineos are crap in the transfer window. So, but yeah, all right. So I'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Oh no, I'll try and do an episode this weekend. If anything comes out, I'll do an episode. So, but yeah, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the win today. Let's just look at the positive here. Enjoy the win for the youngsters. This is huge. So enjoy that. But enjoy your weekend. I'll try to talk to you guys with another episode on the weekend. If not, I'll talk to you guys on Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then post game after the Atletico Madrid match, which is next Saturday. So, hopefully we have lots to talk about. But yeah, just as today goes, it's not looking the best, but we do what we can. So, all right. As always, like, subscribe, follow YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and then don't forget to follow on social media, Instagram, TikTok, or X. And again, thank you to those who have subscribed, who have liked the post, who continue to follow. Thank you to those who follow on the social medias. Thank you for helping me grow those as well. If you have friends that would like to listen to the podcast, please share the episodes, share the posts, share links, comments. If you want to do collaborations, please shoot me a DM. Just always looking to help grow the channel more and more. So yeah, I'm happy. So, well, I'm happy for the win, transfer window. Well, we'll just leave that there. So jury is still out. We'll say that. But yeah, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.